There's the water feature doing its thing.
Just one of those old-fashioned pumps, and it's going into that old-fashioned tub there that Mum had. The tub just sits on an angle on some raised rocks and just cascades into Kitty's sand pit, which I buried. I don't have any fish or anything. Trying to get some more aquatics in there. I'll put things like Bower rubioides, the dog rose, around the outside. Hopefully they'll grow there as well. So hopefully getting the frogs to move in. All right. This comes up to the front of the house. The pool's a bit of a shambles at the moment. We're replacing the fence and trying to build a deck and all that sort of stuff, but we'll get there. More Indigofera, more Plectranthus, just some little garden beds here I created around this spa, which we're lucky enough to have. I've got things like Pandaria, Pandarana. On the outside the fence here, these lily pillies were already here. These are Syzygium australe, and they're doing a really good job of providing a lot of privacy here and protection. They're really nice. They go right up to the edge of our balcony there, so that makes that a nice place to sit with that thick green foliage. Hear the possums up these most nights. They have blocked the sewer already, but I'm happy to sort of put up with that if a guy can clean it out once a year. I don't want to remove them. They're really nice. One wasn't so healthy as all the others, but now that I've pruned it and given it some fertiliser and gotten rid of the weeds at the base, it's sort of starting to come back a bit, which is great. More Prostanthera, more Melaleuca fulgens, and this I'm growing for the first time. This is Eucalyptus caesia, Silver Princess. I've only had this in about a year and it's already, 4 metres tall or about that much, and hoping it flowers soon. So another Western Australian. They can be temperamental, but I can't wait till that flowers. I put in a second insect house the other day. Yep, Mum had a second doll's house she didn't want, so I put that one in. That's going to face the northern sun. Might not do as well, but they're nice. You put them up, see what comes in. This is all build it and they will come philosophy. Put the habitat in and see what rocks up. And we've got blue-tongued lizards, we've got skinks, we've got frogs, all the big sort of birds coming in. Alongside the pool here, just got one of those nice established 80s palm gardens. Don't mind that too much. Gives the neighbours and us some good privacy, but it does have some weeds in amongst it and it's blocking the drains a little bit. So I might have to figure out what to do with that in the long term. I'd like to get some more sort of small rainforest, Australian rainforest plants in there. But we'll see how that goes, just to make it look a bit more Cairns-like maybe. But we'll see how that goes. Just give you some detail about the block. Like if you run a tape up the driveway from the curb, and say you just run a tape measure and keep coming up, come through the passion fruit vine that's over there, come along the pool here, and then keep running up the side of the house, up this way. And you keep coming up here. Well, the tape measure as you go right up the back here starts to, it starts to hit things like 90, 100, 110 metres. It's quite insane. But that's what we've got. This is the back of our place, and Mum lives out the back here in a granny flat. So we're lucky to have that. And this is sort of a courtyard. This is a courtyard which is really quite nice, and I've put photos of this on Facebook at night time because it's got some nice lights. It's a bit of an ornamental garden, mainly exotics, agapanthus, camellias, things like lemon verbena, which I put in. I don't mind a bit of herbal tea and things like that. Camellias a lot. and just some other things as well, like mondo grass. But it's a nice garden, got these nice established camellias. We'll probably think what we're going to do about that as we go on. Got some roses as well. So well and surely changing tact now. But it's a work in progress. We're seeing what we can do with this bit. I had a Buxus hedge here, the beautiful English box. Buxus, Microphylla japonica. And I've just ripped it out. I've just ripped it all out. So what I'd rather have here instead of Buxus, it had Turkey rhubarb growing all the way through it. I'm teasing that out. But we're just going to have some nice fruit trees. Probably wouldn't mind getting some mangoes. I wanted to get some cherries, but it's just not going to get cold enough here for long enough to have cherries. So over here we had some sweet potato in. I've put in some citrus trees. Sweet potato needs to be pulled away from them a bit. So I got some small citrus coming on. We've got some ornamental grape growing over the trellis there. We've got a pawpaw tree which just came up from seed, and that is putting on pawpaws. So I hope we're going to see how they go. I inherited a nice big rock orchid here. I've got this sandstone cliff. So the back of the house has been built onto this sandstone cliff. I'm not sure if the drainage problems are all working properly, but that's what's happened. Put it in a birdhouse there. Had some birds visiting that some time ago. I just stopped putting seed out because we were getting heaps of pigeons and heaps of sulphur-crested cockatoos as well. So I stopped putting seed out and all the birds have vanished. And I just might see if I can attract the lorikeets back again. And I don't mind those rainbow lorikeets. If you come down here to just the back, there's a mulberry, but we're going to get rid of that. It's not really going to do any good here. More Plectranthus. I put in a finger lime. Citrus australasica. Really popular now. They used to be $10 a plant. Now they're $70 a plant because everyone loves them. Plectranthus. I've got a chook pen here, just where the washing is. I've got a chook pen. We had 5. We've always had chooks pretty much. We had 5 chickens. 2 of them have died recently. That's just because they're about 8 years old, and I'm down to 3 left. So we got them all together. I assume they're going to all die together, but once those chooks finish, I'm just not sure what we're going to do in there. I'd prefer it was a bit of an orchard with some more fruit trees, but my wife really likes fruit trees, and we want to get a few more in there. So we'll see what we do with that as the time comes. In the winter, this area gets absolutely no sun at all. My nice neighbours there, they do have a pretty tall place, and we just, this is an old sort of southwest facing gully, and it just doesn't get much sun here at all. We've also inherited this thuya hedge, western red, leyland cypress, sorry. Leyland cypress. It's providing really good privacy between us and the neighbour on the other side. But again, the long-term nature of it, I would like to get rid of it. I might even start just pruning it back. It consists of about 5 or 6 individual trees. I'm just wondering if 2 of them can come out to start with, and then I can get some maybe a mixture of ornamental fruit trees and rainforest fruit trees in there, maybe like Davidson's plum or something. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm really thinking. Happy to hear your comments. I should have said about anything you recommend. That's pineapple sage. You probably know that. That's good in tea. Sage gives you a bit of a pick-me-up in tea. Works a bit like caffeine. Lemon balm. I've got a bay laurel. Couple of weeds. I'm even trying here Calicoma serratifolia, and that's starting to grow. Never grown that before. I reckon if you grow one of these and prune it, I reckon they'd be beautiful. They have flowers they look like a wattle when they're in flower, and they grow on creek lines in sandstone, gullies around Sydney and much further afield. Never try to grow it. I'm hoping it grows really nicely. Someone gave me a native, what they called native monstera. I think it's called Epipremnum. And that's growing there in pretty much, well, gets a little bit of sun during the year, but full shade. But that's starting to hit its straps now. Native Monstera, that's called. Growing right next to a rosemary and sweet potato. I did tell you it was a bit of a hodgepodge. I'll take you up the back quickly and take you down the side, and that'll be it.